Hey, what is going on, guys? My name is Ghost Jay, child Dongster born but built for Theme Park News. Now, this Theme Park Newsroom update comes from Ronde, near downtown Montreal, Canada, home to over 40 rides and attractions, as Jim Reed Anderson said in that brilliant 2012 attractions announcement video for Six Flags Parks. Kind of a quote-unquote there. Really sad he's retiring. He was a brilliant chairman and CEO and president of Six Flags, so really sad he's retiring by next season. So this from the Ronde is on a very suspicious rumour that we've been getting for a couple of weeks, well, about a week or two now. And it's something that I feel right to talk about now, especially since we're, a couple of months away, about 3 months away now from the Six Flags announcement of brand new attractions for the 2020 season. And of course the big rumours for Great Adventure, a big flight ride for America. Is Discovery Kingdom finally going to add some family rides for the first time in years? It's going to be, I think, a massive 2020 all around. I think, we've been mainly focusing on the coasters for new attractions every year. It's been like 2 coasters per year, or 3 coasters one year and 2 coasters the next. We've been focusing on the coasters, but in terms of an all-round year, I think this is going to be one of the best overall years. Not just for coasters, but for other attractions and what the parks need as well, which hope there's no, disappointments in there. So this basically is all about the Ronde and the rumour that they're going to be relocating the SBNO Intamin Zaxbin coaster, Green Lantern First Flight, from Six Flags Magic Mountain over to La Ronde for the 2020 season. Now, La Ronde fans have been asking for a coaster. Now, this one may not be the best coaster, but maybe if La Ronde fix it up, because of course Green Lantern had those mechanical breakdowns, and of course they didn't want to fix it. That's one of the main reasons why it's going to be closing, being removed from the park. They haven't announced it's being removed entirely. They haven't said they're scrapping it, so this could hint towards a possible relocation of the coaster. And I think if La Ronde add this, fix up the problems, maybe make it a bit better, maybe get Intamin on this, maybe create some second generation trains for it, I do feel like La Ronde could have a really good addition here for next season. Of course, this season La Ronde haven't really had a massive season. Of course, they've added the Lost and Super Loop, which is going to be called Chaos. They're adding that this year, so it's a flat ride, but it's not exactly the best addition. And of course, everyone remembers the when we were expecting those 3 Carnival style rides, Carnival en Folie, as the development was called. And then we ended up just having 1 because 2 of them broke down apparently, and of course like I said, we only ended up having 1 of those Carnival rides instead of all 3. So I do think La Ronde is in desperate need for a big investment, even though they added a flat ride this season. And I do think that, like I said, if they fix it, Green Lantern First Flight being relocated to Canada could be the big investment they need, and especially, depending on what kind of name they go for. It'd be interesting to see what name they actually go for if they do decide to relocate the coaster from Magic Mountain. So for those of you who don't know what this coaster is and what the hell I'm talking about, Green Lantern First Flight is the prototype, the first in the United States, Intamin Zaxbin coaster. It's an American prototype. It was the first Intamin Zaxbin coaster in the USA. It opened for the 2011 season as part of a 3 coaster investment to celebrate 40 years of Six Flags Magic Mountain. Let's celebrate the anniversary of Six Flags Magic Mountain, should we say. And personally, it went down kind of well at first. They just started to get rougher and rougher and rougher and rougher, until finally this season they announced the permanent closure of Green Lantern First Flight and it being relocated or possibly removed from the park. Now they definitely said they're removing it from Six Flags Magic Mountain, but they haven't said where it's being scrapped or whether it's going to be relocated to another park. And this is where the La Ronde rumours finally kick in. Now, if they do decide to relocate this to La Ronde, there's a couple of names that could go for. Spin Sanity being a good one, maybe. I mean, Spin Sanity is a great name for a free spin. Of course, they can go down the DC Universe route, like, most, in fact, all the 4D free spins in the Six Flags chain are DC related, either Batman the Ride or the Joker. Of course, Great Adventures was going to be called Total Mayhem. It would be nice to see that name brought back, but like I said, I don't think that name's going to be brought back. I think people hated the name, that's why they changed it from Total Mayhem to the Joker. So I do think that we're going to see either a DC theme or maybe something more modernly related to Six Flags, like a Spin Sanity, I mean, if they didn't already, I think they already have a ride called this, but it would have been nice to see it called Gravitor and have like a sci-fi theme. But I do think that I think they already have a ride called that, a flat ride called Gravitor, so I don't think they're going to go with that. It opened a few years ago, I believe, as part of the Avenue Adventure development. Of course, they opened the Lost and Flying Scooters Phoenix, and this like it's like a suspended magic carpet attraction called Gravitor as part of this new sort of themed area, I guess it is, called Avenue Adventure. So, like I said, I don't think they're going to go with Gravitor because they won't have a ride like that unless they're going to rename or retheme Gravitor to fit it more with Avenue Adventure. Again, that's a very Six Flags thing. If they like to retheme names, just to use that name for something else, maybe. I don't know. I think that's very unlikely in this case. I think they could still use the name Spinsanity. But I think the most likely option, if they were to move it, would be a DC sort of theme. But again, there is the possible chance of it not being relocated, because we would have seen construction by now. We would have seen a deal struck with Six Flags between Six Flags Magic Mountain and La Ronde. We would have seen the deal by now. We would have seen land being prepped wherever it would go. We would have seen that prepped by now, and we would have seen markers maybe start to appear on that potential site. So we would have expected to see something by now. So I think there's a real chance it won't happen. This is just a rumour, take it with a pinch of salt. But however it does happen, I could see that DC Universe or Spinsanity theme. So, like I said, I'm really excited to see what this is going to be. I can't wait. I think La Ronde's going to be one of the parks to watch out for in 2020. Even though this is just a rumour, I think La Ronde's going to be one of those parks where it's going to be hard to guess, you know, is this rumour true? If it's not, what are they going to add instead? Because they added the flat ride this year, they're going to go a smaller investment next year in 2020, more suited to the families to make up for those carnival rides that got broke down. So, I don't know. I mean, we can hardly predict at this stage. Obviously, I made my predictions earlier. And of course, I believe I'm still trying to find dates for these final prediction videos for Six Flags, Cedar Fair and Millen Entertainment. However, they should be up by the end of June, hopefully. If there's a trip to Alton Towers in June as well, I'm waiting to see what day I can go to Alton Towers, because I don't want it to clash with these final prediction videos, if you know what I mean. Otherwise I'll be using two memory cards, which is an absolute nightmare because I can't tell which one's which because they look exactly the same. But whenever these final predictions videos come out, those are going to be my final predictions, and I'm going to relate back to them when the announcements come out. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be really, really interesting to see what they're on go for, whether they relocate Green Lantern to the park or whether they go for a slightly lesser investment, a family investment, maybe to make up for those carnival rides that we didn't get to see, as well as the one we did in fact see come to the park that year. So thank you very much for watching this rumour video from La Ronde and Green Lantern First Flight, yet another chapter, a possible chapter in the Green Lantern First Flight Future Chronicles. I'm thinking about actually doing separate playlists for all these different news updates that are sort of like a collective, like I've done with Tornado Springs, Portland's Park, and the Rumour Coaster 10 Looper at Flamingo Land as well. I've done separate playlists for them, so I might do more, maybe with the Green Lantern rumour as well. So I might do a sort of short mini playlist with all the rumours and updates we've been doing from Green Lantern First Flight's closure, the possible location, things like that. So thank you very much for watching this video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss a YouTube video. And for now guys, my name is Coach J, YouTube channel, Donkster Born, but built for Theme Park News. Keep them the curse up, my dudes. We're almost at 550 subs, and I'll see you guys in the next video soon. Take care, have an awesome day, my friends.